Hi and welcome to another day of Microsoft Excel tutorial class. My name remains Jimo, and today we'll be looking at number formatting in Excel. So we are still on the same Microsoft Excel workbook that we saved last time, and if you followed the last video you will notice that we ended at class 03. So right now what you should do is to click on the plus sign so that you can have a new sheet here. I already taught how to do all this in the previous videos. So you should have class 04, then right click on the sheet you have, then rename it to class 04. Now for this you can come here. You may not need this because I use this for showing you the topic that we're currently treating, but you may decide to skip having this by the side. So but if you want to have it, you can come to the former sheet, click on it, then copy, come to the next sheet, then paste it, click on a cell, then paste. Then you can go ahead and enter in the same data as I have in this particular sheet. I'll try as much as possible to make this sheet available in the description below so you can download it and look at it for yourself. And first I want to begin by telling you what number formatting is. Okay, we use number formatting to ensure that the data we enter into cells are the right kind of data. For example, if you are working with money, you want the data to either be a currency or an accounting number type. All right, so this is a section on your home menu. This section on the home menu is where you can control the number types. All right, so I can click on this drop down to see the various kind of number formats that we have, and I can click on these as well. This particular little pointer here that opens up all the different kind of number formats that we have as well. We're going to get back to this in a second. Alright, so it's important for me to let you know that by default Microsoft Excel number format is general. So when you create a new workbook or you create a new sheet like this sheet that we have, and you click on any cell like this, take a look at here, you notice that the number format by default is general. All right, so general simply means it can take in any kind of value. You can enter in any value. Every kind of value you enter in is treated as general. All right, so let me quickly take you to each of these number formats so you can read for yourself and see what each of them stands for. So I'll come back here, and if I click on general, you see that general format cells don't have any kind of format, so you can enter in any kind of data in it and it's just taking data the way you entered. The next one is a number format. If you're typing in numbers, you want to use this number formats to format your cells. You want to have a scenario. You don't want to have a scenario where you are trying to add up a number and then it is not giving you the right result. All right, so under number you can perform things like decimal places. You can format numbers by putting in a thousand separator. Negative numbers appear as either a minus or a red or a bracket depending on what you choose. Then currency here, currency formats are used for monetary values. You can see that accounting, line up currency, columns and decimal points. We are going to see all this. Date formats are used to display numbers as date values. All right, then you have percentages. I'm just trying to highlight the common ones, talk about the common ones that we use currently in Excel that you will find yourself using most of the time. Percentage formats multiply the cell value by 100 and displays the result with a percentage symbol. Then test format cells are treated as test even when a number is in the cell. So there are situations where you may want to use the test format, and I'll be showing you an example. Then you have your custom. Under custom you can specify what you want to do here. You can manipulate the date, manipulate your percentages, manipulate your numbers all inside here. So we'll be looking at this as we go ahead. All right, so I'll just go ahead and cancel this. So alright, we'll be looking at each of these instructions to format, and we'll be looking at how they will come out here by the time we are done formatting them. Alright, we are going to use this to demonstrate each of these number formats that are here. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is to before the first thing, I want to say that whenever you're entering in a text, like you're entering in a word or a sentence, by default it's already on general, so you don't need to perform any extra formatting on that. when we talk about formatting, you're talking about trying to make other things that are not words or sentences, that are not alphabets rather, to conform to a standard data type. For example, you have a date, you don't want it to display, you don't want to have a slash, a double slash where you should be having a one slash. You want your date to display in the right date format. You want your number to display in the right number format. Alright, so I'll go ahead and enter in some numbers into this place, then we'll format them according to the instructions here. Alright, so the first number I'll enter here is 6,000. I'll enter, then I'll press, let's enter 15,000 here. Let's enter in 500 here. Let's enter in 2,750 here, for example. Alright, now that we've entered in the numbers that we need to format, I'll just quickly go ahead and show you how to format each of these according to the instructions by the side. So if you click here, you notice that this is on general. So to format this to a standard number format, I can just come down here and select number. It adds a dot and 00 decimal place to it, a 2 decimal place to it. To format this to 1 decimal place, I'll come in here and select number. And notice it is in 2 decimal places. Then I will click here which says decrease decimal to decrease it. So for this, I would select, click on it, then come down here, select to a number. Then it says format to 4 decimal places. I will click this which says increase decimal. I will increase to 3. I will increase to 4. All right. So for this is a general. I'll have to convert first to a number. All right, this to a number, and it has 2 decimal places, and the instruction is to format this to no decimal place. So I'll decrease it here, and I'll decrease it till the number place is gone. Now this is to format this to a number with a comma. All right, so I can just come here and select number first, or I can just click here with this icon here that says comma style. Clicking it to format it to a number with a comma style. All right, so format this number to display a currency. If I click on here, I can either change this to a currency or an accounting. Both of them come with currency signs, or I can just come here, select the dollar sign here, or select whichever currency I want to select here. In this case, let me select the Chinese yuan. All right, so you notice that it has been formatted to a currency number format. Or I can come back here with this still selected. I can come back here and go to more accounting format, then change the symbol to, let's say I want to change it to the Nigerian naira, to any of this, and click OK. Alright, up next we'll be looking at the date, short date, long date, and time. Alright, so let's say we want to enter today's date. Today's date is 29th of August. I can come here and do 29 August here, and I'll press my enter my keyboard. Notice it changes, it abbreviates it to 29-August. And if you look at this place, you notice that here turns to a custom. So what I'll do here is to change it to a short date. Alright, so by default my computer Excel picks the month first before the day and the year. So this has been converted to a date, which is a short date. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for this and do something like 29 August AUG. Notice I did AUG instead of August. It still picks it. Alright, so you can do abbreviations, JAN for January, FEB for February, and it will pick it as well. Alright, so if I go here, you see it shows me 29th August. So if you're doubting that, let's do something like 3rd of January, 3 JAN. Notice to pick it as 3rd of January. Right, and it's still on custom, so I can come here and select this to a long date. Alright, notice that I have all asterisks here. When you see something like this, it's because the data in the cell is longer than the width of the cell. So what you can do is just to adjust the cell, or I'll just double click here and notice this is the long date. Alright, so the format of this is the long date. You can toggle it to a short date to get the short date here, or you can toggle it back to the long date to get a longer date. Even likewise, this you can toggle this to a long date and see how it looks like, or coincidentally they are both Thursdays. Alright, so you can toggle this back to a short date, so we have the short date here. Alright, so I really want to be alright, so finally for time, but it's still on general, so I'll go ahead and enter in a time here. Let's say 7 p.m. So let's say we are in 7 p.m. So If I enter 7 like this, it's going to pick it as AM, all right, because it uses the 24-hour clock. Rather, it uses the AM and the PM clock rather. So if I do this and I press enter on my keyboard, it takes it as 7.00. But if I come here and I change it to time, notice it changes it to 7 AM. All right, so let's edit that. Let's say I overwrite it and put something like 19 column 00 and I press enter, it changes it to 7 PM. All right, so how about when we do something like 0030? It knows that this is 12:30 in the morning. And finally, when we do something like 14:15 like this, it will give you 2:15 PM. All right, so that's how to use time. All right, we're going to look at how to format as a percentage and how to format as a test. All right, for percentages, I usually want to change the cell to a percentage first before I enter in any value. I'll tell you the reason why. If I go ahead and enter in 100 here, all right, and I click here and I change here to percentage, or I just click on this percentage sign here, I can either change it from here or I click on this percentage. If I do this now, notice that it will convert that 100 to 10,000. You know why it's doing this? Because it's seeing 100 as a decimal value, why it is adding the percentage to it to make it a 10,000%. But this is not what we want, so this is why I will have to undo this first, then ensure that this is in general, then I'll convert it to a percentage first, or I'll just click here, convert here to a percentage, then go ahead and type in 100 here and I'll click enter. It picks 100%. all right, you can try and put 67 there, gives you 67%. This is very useful when doing calculations because this as a percentage automatically handle percentage calculations for you. You don't need to start doing things like 67 over 100 times this. It already knows that this is over 100. all right, so let's look at how to format this as a test. To format as a test, this is very useful when you want a number you are entering or whatever value you're entering into a cell to remain the way it is without changing. Let me give you an example. Let's say I want to enter 01 here, 01, and I click on my enter, it changes it to 1. I do the 02 now, it changes it to 2. So I want it to pick that format as 01 or 02. So let's take 01 back. It doesn't work. So I'll click here and I'll come down here and change it to, scroll down, change it to test. Now that I've changed it to test, I can click on it again and do 01 and click on my enter, it picks the 01. But then it gives you this little warning which tells you that this is supposed to be a number but you are formatting it as a test. You can just go ahead and do what? Ignore the error here. So then you can realign it the way you want. So when you put 02 here next time, it picks it as 02, gives you the same one. You can just go ahead and ignore that. All right, for the format as a custom number format, you can format any of these as a custom number format, but I'm going to show you how to format this short date as a custom number format, so you can use that as an example to format others and learn how to format others as well. So by default, this appears as the short date appears as month, day, and year. All right, so on this custom number format, I want to change that. I can change it here, but I want to keep this as it is so I can show you how it is changed here. All right, so let's say I type in the same date I entered in there, 29 August AUG, and I do enter and I get 29 August here. I'll go ahead and convert it. Let's say I convert it to a short date and it gives me the, but I'm not okay with this. I want the day to come before the month, so I can just click on this here, this little box here that says number format, or I can just do more number format here. Either of them will take me to the same place. So I'll come here where I can see the categories and the different number formats. I'll come to custom, then notice that by default I have the month, day, and year, which is how it shows here. So I can come in here and alter it, click on here, remove this M and put D there, come to where you have D and put M here, or I can put year here. I can rearrange it the way I want, okay, and I click OK. Notice it is changed. So I can customize how the number format looks by just having to come here and work with custom here. There are a lot of different things you can customize here. All right, so finally, format as a negative number. Let's say we have a negative number, or you are performing an addition or a subtraction and you encounter a negative number. Maybe let's say something like 9,000 minus 9,000 for example, and I click enter. Notice it is just basic here. I can go ahead and perform the 1000 separator on it, but by the time I do that, notice it gives it a number format. Okay, this number format right now is different. I can change that by coming to this place and click on number. Then I can select if I want negative numbers to have a bracket, or to have a minus, or to have it in a different color. Alright, so I think I would like something like this, a red color with a bracket which shows it's negative. Then, or I can just leave it like this if I want, depending on what I want to do. If I click OK, it takes it. So this shows it's negative. Well, you may not be comfortable with this. You can still go back there and change it to maybe something you are okay with and click on OK. So this shows that this is a negative number. And I want to show you how to revert it back to general, because if you were to delete any of this data here and then forget that their data type their number format has been changed to something different from general, and you enter in a test here, you're going to have undesirable results. So if you want to ever change it back, you can click on the particular cell and change back to general, or you can highlight the cells and change everything back to general, or you can highlight the column or the row or whatever, change it back to general. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you how, I'm just trying to show you how to do that. Alright, I would like to leave you with these exercises. Just follow the same format that we used here. You have to format this to the standard number type. You have to format this to 1 decimal place. Format this according to this. Format this to no decimal place at the comma here. Using how we did it. Then display a currency here. Display your currency, your country's currency here. Convert this to a short date. Convert this to a long date. Convert this to a time. You have to enter in all these values and convert them according to how we've done it. Convert this to a percentage. Remember how we did for percentages? Remember the rules I told you about percentages? Format this as a test. Ensure that there's a 0 before this 1 by the time you are done formatting it. Let it be 01001. Then convert this to a custom number format. Let it be, instead of having month, day, year, let it be day, month, and year. Alright, for this, convert this to a negative number. So do this and let me know what you think in the comment box. By the next tutorial, we'll be talking about conditional formatting. It's a very interesting one. I don't want you to miss it for anything, and it's very handy, especially when you're trying to format cells based on a particular condition. All right, so I also want you to subscribe and share this video with your friends. Talk about this video with your friends, like, comment, and support me in any way you can. Let me know you're watching this. All right, see you in the next video.